What's up, Link fam? It's your boy EN Airlam. You know the vibes. We here. Linked in Style Conversation, the podcast where you get up and close personal with the favorite creatives in SA. I'm your host EN Airlam, and today we have an amazing duo joining us, Bhuti and the Beast, consisting of Azi and AV Raincandy. Welcome, guys. Yeah, we're doing this.
Thank you for having us, man. Thank you for having us.
So, before we get into the music, man, let's go personally. I'd like to know you guys personally. Who is Azi, who is AV Raincandy, and who is Bhuti and the Beast? To the people who don't have.
Sure.
And to many.
I'll start. So Azi is a full-on creative, born and bred in Gqeberha.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Basically, when I say full-on creative, I mean artist, videographer, graphic designer, animator, the whole 9 yards, bro. So an entertainer, and basically I'd say a student of the industry, bro. So yeah, man, started making music at a very young age. If I'm to be exact, maybe 12. Released my first project at like 15. And yeah, I haven't stopped since, bro. Just kept going, kept growing, and now we are here.
And AV Raincandy. To introduce myself, I am that bitch. That bitch.
Okay.
I am a multi-talented human being. I'm an artist, I'm a songwriter, I'm a singer, rapper. If you want me to design your set, I'll do that for you. If you want me to style you, I'll do that for you. Grew up in Jersey, moved to Port Elizabeth, right, to finish school. But then that didn't happen. And then I studied music.
Oh, yeah.
Not studying like the streets.
Oh,
In
yeah.
Up in the streets studying music, right? Yeah, man. I am also a student
For it?
in the industry.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes, of the industry.
I say I'm a dropout.
Yeah, no.
As far as real school is
Yeah, we're street scholars. No, it was like salam to.
For me, bro, like I grew up everywhere in PE because grew up with Khaleds and Indians. From there, I moved to Ekapihiga, from Kapihiga, Morningside to West Ring to Motherwell to.
So basically,
And the final now, now is a buy. I feel like if I was lying down and be comfortable, So Bhuti and the Beast, how did that come about?
Bhuti and the Beast, it was 2021.
2021.
Yeah, 2021. During load shedding, Corona times, lockdown times. Yeah. I was hosting an event called Strictly Hiphop, STR ECTLY. Yeah, man, and the platform was basically to give light to the talent in Gqeberha. So I came across Umguloga AV. And I reached out and I was like, yo, man, can you come to the show? She came to the show, killed the performance. And from there, man, it was like a matter of, yo, let's work together. And yeah, since it's been work, friendship, and now
we are.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's a typical day like for you guys? You will get too personal.
Typical day.
Yeah.
We wake up, we argue about some stupid shit, go into the studio.
Like for real, like the stupidest of things, bro. Like we could literally argue about a color of a jacket. Nah, that's black. Nah, it's navy blue.
And then you fight, bang.
But it always ends with a hit being
the whole time.
That's cool, man. It's great that you guys have each other's back, like literally and figuratively. Now, let's talk about your latest EP, Rent's Due. Yeah, can you tell us about it, the creative process around it and everything?
Rent's Due is a 4-track EP. We've got some nice features. It features Maraza. It features Black Les. The project, it was like a really last minute thing to release it, to be honest. Not last minute, but like it's not something that we had planned for a while, because initially we wanted to drop an album and we had been working on the album for a while, but we decided, you know what, instead of like offloading so much music, we feel like it's going to go over people's heads if we just drop like a 17 track project. Let's rather just keep it at 4 tracks and, you know, drop that 17 over a long period of time. You know, so that people can just digest the music more better as well. But yeah, man, we recorded the first track last year on a Sunday morning. We recorded it last year. We worked on it a bit this year. We did the feature with Les last year as well. He pulled up to our studio, gave us a 5 verse and left. And yeah, we basically built that song around his verse. And yeah, we've been chilling with Maraza for a while, so for him, every time we play new music, he always wants to jump on it. But with that one, we were like, no, let's do it for sure. We've got it. In fact, we've got like a whole lot of music in the vault with all of these people we've been working with. But Rents Do now for us is just you know, showcasing our skill as songwriters, as just musicians all around, with the amount of experimenting that we've done.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. I've listened to the EP myself, man. I can attest that it's straight fire. I won't lie. My favorite track, that play like the day after I put me like Sunday morning. Sunday morning is my favorite. But I have to ask, what inspired the title Rent's Due? Is there like a deeper meaning behind the title? Maybe rent was due and like
exactly, like rent was due. Like, you see, when we were just going through some stuff back then, when we came up with the concept, you know, rent was due, business was slow, you know, there was a lot going on, and then we're like, you know what, let's compile these songs and drop a project to get our mind off things. And they were like, okay, and he was taking a shit, I remember that, he was taking a shit, and he was like, rent's due. He said rent is due, and I'm like, rent's due is fire, we should keep that. We had a lot of names. We had Kids Lifestyle. We had Fuck Kid. We had a lot, man. It's our landlord.
So we're like, okay, rent's due.
Rent's due. It's just, you know, we had a lot, man. A lot, but then we kept it.
That's deep. Moving on to some more light-hearted topics. What's been like the craziest moment in your career, like since you've kickstarted this as a duo?
As a duo? That's I can't really.
For me, it's dating.
You didn't start with Ganjal? Oh yeah, you started with friends. Okay.
Yeah, for a long time.
We were friends. We were friends. We actually started dating 6 months ago. What you mean?
Fresh out of the box.
We were friends for the longest, but for me, it's not really the craziest part. I guess just some of the experiences we go through, man. You know, just generally, you know, being taken for a push by promoters, you know, all those things. But so far, man, it's been a lot of positivity. I can't lie. As far as the duo is concerned, if you're talking about me, bro, I've been through the most as an artist, but you know, as a duo, we've pretty much been able to fight through all the negativity, bro.
This duo, cause now, AV, I saw something, a post of you saying you're quitting hip hop. I feel like this duo is to do something alone.
You know?
That you.
How so?
Like, okay, what's the real reason?
No, like, I don't know. Okay, so there was a comment yesterday, right?
Yeah.
That says you must dump your boyfriend because don't. And I'm like, but then this duo has nothing to do with my reasons for quitting hip hop. We're generally tired of hip hop. We took this decision together.
You too,
yeah. I just vocalized it because I'm always active. I'm always talking shit.
When we say we're quitting hip hop, it's not necessarily to say, we never making hip hop again. But it's like right now our focus
Is
musically and
yeah.
creation-wise, anything we've done, we're definitely gonna release. But from like this point onwards, we're just trying to dabble around other. Cause I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like I'm not big on hip hop culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm really not big. Like I love hip hop music,
Yeah.
but I'm not big on the culture, bro. And I think when for someone like that, it would be unfair for me to be like, alright, I'm just gonna focus on one thing. You get what I mean?
And now personally, I am a very huge fan of like your tech genres. I love that culture more.
Yeah.
Because that culture is a very united, less ego-driven culture. Now you're competing with people over unnecessary.
There's so much drama in hip hop.
There's so much drama, bro.
It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, big fan of the music.
Yeah, a very big
you
fan.
know,
Big fan of the artist as well.
Yeah.
But for me, for us,
I know. But on that note, if people are curious on what we're gonna do next, we're dabbling into 3-step, which is a subgenre of Afro-tech.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna try and push that for a while. Maybe we'll quit that too. Rock, quit that, do gospel. But for now, for us. But the whole point is that we're musicians in general, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Now, I know I want to talk about a feud, ne? Certain feud. Now there was some drama, ne?
Yeah.
Surrounding an event that you guys had planned with El Nino recently, the last Conscious Sunday, if I remember very well.
Yeah.
And then there was some drama around it. I even like saw a video of Amaraza, like seems like he was angry.
He was.
So what is going on with that?
So, long story short, ne? Let's try like Let's try like not the whole Conscious Sunday team.
Okay.
El Nino in particular, Australia. Because you can't text a day before the event telling us you don't have sound and the whole other team tried to back him, like tried to do damage control, but he was just not taking accountability for his action.
No,
because there were promises made. Which they're gonna handle sound and boosting posts and
promotion,
marketing.
So the whole thing, bro, was that we splitting. Okay, we're doing an event collectively, right?
Yeah.
But and then Tina, we're handling a lineup as well as hospitality lineup.
Yeah.
And you saw our lineup, bro.
Yeah,
so you can
crazy.
imagine. Yeah. You get what I mean? And then because of Elebona, they do the sound, they do those things, they can handle that. Marketing material was also on us because obviously we create, we do graphics, we do a whole lot of stuff. So basically, long story short, as AV said, a day before the event, month before the event, we have a meeting. What do we need? A, B, C, D, E. We list down everything. A day before the event, I put as CDJs. We have DJ Switch, we have DJ Clan, we have Tromax, we have DJs. There's no CDJs. So DJ Switch must play with a laptop.
Great.
And even the last time we were at Conscious Sunday, we were performing there. That laptop was giving problems to load. It took time. Exactly. So now imagine that.
Maraza must stand
there wait.
So for us though, we're about quality, bro,
yeah.
You know, and doing that event was gonna mess with our brand in that sense, especially with regards to the people that we've invited, who've availed themselves to come perform for free, like your Black Lasers, your J. Joey.
And besides them, there are sponsors, like there's potential sponsors that we invited to pull through, right? To come and just experience the amazing lineup, the event, so that the next time we host an event, they don't question anything.
Very big
they don't
brands, bro.
hesitate.
So for us, it was like, let's rather take the L of canceling than take the L of
a
you know what I
horrible
mean?
event.
Because now we'd be messing up relationships that could potentially help us in the future. And how we went about it was very clean, as far as how we went about it. the person who made it ugly was El Nino. You
By
know what I
going on
mean?
social
By going on social media, it took you 17.
Yeah,
And
I
I
saw
like
it.
for
Oh,
real,
yeah,
Joe,
I
like,
saw
why,
it.
You know what, bro? Like, I've got a lot of respect for El Nino, but the honest truth is, Ikhrotman at times can be very big-headed, my dog.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to say that shit, bro.
He
You get what I mean?
likes to sun
I have
people.
respect for him, but he likes to sign people and make situations that should be handled personal. And I don't fuck with that. And that's why after he said what he said, I was like, yo man, somebody get this man's because I ain't with what he's doing. I'm not afraid to speak up for myself, especially when I know that I've done nothing wrong to this person. You get what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
So if he wants to take it there, let's go there.
Nah, bro, like I personally I didn't understand because you know what sucks, Nim? What made us cancel out, maybe if he handled the situation better, we could have maybe made a plan, yabo. But you can't tell us 2 days before the ebusuku. You're ignoring us the whole week.
It just
in
wasn't
terms of
working.
that. They were mising, they weren't answering calls. The night, what's this? That Friday night, that's when we're saying we're pulling out, they are responding. Like, how are you responding when we are saying we're pulling out?
Because of no content. Exactly, and that's when Maraza got mad.
Yeah,
because we had made it clear and now it would have been okay if he was saying, okay guys, this thing is cancelled, yada yada yada, but we're still doing. But he was still using the posters,
the marketing material,
as the profile picture and those things. So for Maraza, it was a situation where like, yo man, there's been communication already that it's not happening that way, and he felt like he was misleading fans.
Yes.
So on more successful collaborations. And more successful collaborations. How did the Blacklist and Maraza features come about?
Now we have really good relationships with Blacklist and Maraza. They've become more than just artists we work with, but like big brothers and mentors in a way. So I mean, AV started working with Blacklist like 2 years back. She featured on the project P. Noles. So since then, man, we've just kept connection, had a very good relationship. She's also featured on the project is about to drop. We've worked on a few songs with Maraza even, and got some more in the vault. But these have become people that we just chill with and speak to on a regular. And the creation of music it just happens. It's become secondary to that relationship. That Elena situation sounded like a tough situation, and I love how you guys handled it. Yeah. AV Raincandy, you were featured on J. Jody. Viral. Yeah, viral.
And the viral really went viral.
Yeah.
So how was that moment for you, like being on that project? Because so many great artists are there.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was like, you know, when you are, it was a moment of realization. Bhuti, fuck, I'm working. You know, because you know when you feel like yes, you're recording songs, you're working with people, but you don't feel like you're doing enough and you're not where you want to be in that specific time. But that moment for me was like, okay, cool. I laced the song. Even then, like, I was like, okay, I'm just lacing a vocal or whatever. I didn't understand the depth of that project generally.
How did he hit you up? Like,
J. Jody hit me up and told me Bhuti Clan wants to work with me, and then I was like, okay, send the beats through and stuff. And then I had a tough time writing, so he sent me a song called Loose Ends. I was supposed to be on that song on the project with K-Rev, but then K-Rev like had already laced like a verse, so it was difficult for me to like come up with something dope, you know, because I have that. I need to excel all the time. I have that drive in me. So I felt like that beat wasn't for me. So he sent the beat for Ubili, which Astrid was on. She had laced a different song. But I had sent that not knowing that he did that, and he told me, Uklen is like, bruh, you're so late, like, she already laced something. But then I like what you laced, ish. So what are we gonna do now? I'm like, yo, man, that's for you to decide. And then he was like, I bet, you know what? Go do that shit, man. Like, we're gonna change this. Talk to Astrid and see what y'all can do. And then yeah, man. And then ended up writing. We dropped the song.
Oh yeah. So is there any like collaboration you guys are looking forward to? Any from any era? Who would you collaborate? From any era, basically.
Any era.
Any era, yeah.
Damn.
In South Africa.
Everywhere.
Damn, that's a tough
Any era.
I would really love to collaborate or work with Lil Yachty.
Okay.
Both.
I see that. But
I would.
For me, it's a very weird one. A duo that we really look up to as far as global impact is concerned is the Envoy.
The Envoy.
Yeah,
You need to look them up, bro. But they're a South African duo, but they're more famous outside in your Europe space. They're very weird, bro. They make very weird music. They're very weird, but just the moves that they've made, man, and they're not afraid to be creative, and that's something that we try to really live by. So
and I think
sometimes you can say weirdness is creativity. Like I mean, creative in a way. Then creativity must be something that has never been done before. So it looks weird because there's some of AV's videos. Videos that's like, hey, I don't know,
what's going on?
No, I feel like
and it always seems weird.
That's why she's the beast, bro.
You know what? I feel
That's why she's the beast.
I feel like this, Nam.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a person who is a superstar and a person who's just a person. Superstars lack self-restraint. In a sense, Guti, but you understand?
You just
and
do it, bro.
People like that because people tend to judge it because they don't understand it. It's a direct towards this insecurity because a lot of people would judge you for doing something because they wish they could.
Yeah.
They wish they had less self-restraint to do certain things. That's why they'll judge you for being weird. That's why they judge you for being abnormal. But if it were up to them, they would do those things, even far worse than you, if the world wasn't judgmental.
Yeah. So now I have to ask, based on that, what do you think like sets you apart from other musicians here in SA? You guys as a duo, what do you think sets you apart?
For me, I think the first thing, bro, is that again, like we don't box ourselves in any way. As now you learn about we have to do this because people we don't create with people in mind. We do what we like.
Yes.
And we don't care if someone doesn't like it, the skip button is there for a reason, my dog. You get what I mean? Skip, bro. If you like it, subscribe, share, do all of that. So that's like it for us. It's just that, and I think again, man, we just saw the creativity between the two of us. I really feel like is on a level that I have personally never experienced from anyone in SA.
And we've also worked so well together that we are kind of we're kind of one in a sense. We
complement each other.
Yes. So.
Yeah, we complement each other.
But yes, we complement each other. And also, what a lot of people fail at doing, especially groups that I've noticed that fail, they leave each other to lace whatever nonsense.
Yeah, you need to be honest.
You need to be honest with each other.
Whenever either of us is not up to par with what we're trying to do, we like, nah, bro, change that. Nah.
Even with that song that I was supposed to lace on DJ Clan, he's the one who told me, nah, scratch that, do something else. Like, work on another beat.
Wrote and recorded, and I was like, nah, fam.
This ain't it.
She was mad, but I mean, it worked out for the best at the end.
Yeah, I'm mad most times, guys, when I get married. But
even with me, bro, like there's verses that I've done where AV will be like, nah, dog, that line, it don't make sense.
Yeah.
And you know, bro, like as a rapper, you do have that ego, but nah, dog, but just like we trust each other so much creatively that it's like, alright.
Yeah, I wanna go into that, man. So, what's the best advice has he given you, and what's the best advice has she given you, both as a couple and as a duo?
The best advice he's given me is not to be close-minded and leave my rapper ego aside, because there's a rapper ego that says, "Bah, I'm too dope for this, or I'm too dope for that." You understand? But you need to remove yourself from that, because the reason why we don't get involved in most shit is because we feel like we're too dope for those things. But those are the same opportunities that could lead us to greater opportunities in the future. So that's what he teaches me all the time, and I'm practicing it. I'm trying.
It's funny, bro, because it's like a reverse thing. She's right in that. For me, I've always tried to influence her to be open-minded to things where it's like, yo, man, let's do that. Let's work with Ubani. Let's do in the team. But on the flip side, she's taught me not to let people take me for a boost. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because there needs to be that balance where you are open to certain things. You are open to working. You are, open to giving people a chance. But at the end of the day, don't let them take you for a boost. You understand? And I think that's the lesson, man. Yin and yang.
Yeah, man. And that's all the time we have for today, my dog. It was a very insightful conversation. Appreciate you pulling up, and appreciate you guys.
Shout out.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, man, and what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Shout out. That's all we have for today. Thanks again to Bhuti and the Beast for joining me on LinkedIn Style Conversation. Make sure to check out their EP, Rents Q. Shout out. And follow them on social media. It's AV Raincandy and it's Azi Zaza. Let's go. Thanks.
And A Bookie with the hoodie.